What's going on, family? And I'm not sure if you can tell, but I am in a classroom. And I've been very fortunate to be allowed to serve as a substitute teacher, in which I'm doing now. Sorry about that, y'all. I had an interruption. But yes, I'm getting a chance to serve as a substitute teacher. Of course, you had to go through a background check and a process for that. And it's just been a great experience so far. Just a quick case study from my experience. This is my immediate feedback. No right or wrong. I want to definitely thank the administration and teachers for what they do as educators. And so I'm teaching a first grade class today. Kids are full of energy, and this is why I just give much respect to teachers to be able to do this every day for a number of years. It's rough. Not in a negative way, but you want to have discipline, but also you want to be able to allow the minds to express and be creative. You have to find that balance. And the younger they are, the more challenging for me it is. Not in a negative way, but you want them to still be able to do what they do as children, but do it in a way where it's still within the studies and the guidelines. So one of the bigger things I noticed, and just from the feedback that I've received, was one, the excitement, that's a good choice of words, that the administration had for a male presence in the school. And a lot of teachers like, just because you're a male, the kids are going to gravitate to you. You're going to be able to connect with them, and because they don't get a lot of that. So one, being able to see a male in the school, and for education, that's a big thing that I took away. And then two, respectfully, and it's no left or right, but from a African American's perspective, a male perspective, getting an opportunity to connect with children at such a young age, to be able to shape their minds to what could be perceived as a sustainable or man of character as far as African American male. I think that's so important for them to see, because you may have your images or whatever, or stigmas, if you will, in society, but being able to actually be on the ground floor and connect with the students and have them be able to see you in a teaching perspective and to grow to where now they want to, and I'm still learning, they want to give you hugs or hold my hand and all that. I don't know what that, I try to stay away from those things, but you can see when the kids actually get to know you, like you, and trust you, you can see them actually opening up. And so, I find that balance there, but it's a great opportunity to see, African-American male in the school system and being able to help educate and help young adults. So as they grow up, it's not new to them, and they're used to seeing, respectfully, people of all colors, and well as males, interacting and engaging. I think that's one way to kind of strengthen that gap, bridge that gap, if there is one, especially with the African-American male sector. Other than that, what's some of the things that's jumping out to me? It's a beautiful thing. I mean, you get a chance to actually deal and work with the future of tomorrow, if you will. And I can see, if you've been working, especially with with first grade, second grade, kindergarten, I can see where you can get a little more stern and strict, because it gets exhaustive for me, because you got to try to get the kids to pay attention, to sit down. And, with me being new in this part, in this situation, I'm building that culture. First allowing them to kind of be who they are, be who I am, and then we just kind of tighten it up as the day goes on. But at the end of the day, you still want the children to express themselves. And you can kind of see where all the administration is doing a great job, but just ones that have been around the block a few times, and they're just more so, hey, this is what it is, compared to my little fluff in there. So I can see a school to kind of low-key see a school to prison pipeline situation here, as far as just how things are kind of structured. Not in a negative way, but I could kind of see that, and that's why it's important to be able to find that balance. Let me know what you think. It's a great experience for me as far as serving as a teacher, and let me know your thoughts, your comments, share something that I may have missed, or elaborate a little more on what I'm talking about. But I want to shout out all of our educators out there, shout out all the students, and really want those that are attending school to really look at school more so as an education, where you're able to find your creative niche, find your critical thinking skills, find your problem-solving skills, find how do you connect and socialize with others, all those things that play a role, because I can see in the classroom how that shapes how the children, evolve and develop, not only into the next grades moving forward, but also into life. It's so important. That's why I want to thank our administrators and our educators for what they're doing. Leave your thoughts in the comments. See you soon. Peace. So I'm wrapping up my first day, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm exhausted. First grade. And I say this humbly and respectfully because they're young kids and they're doing what children do. So I'm not upset with them in any way. Just some feedback or just some case study that is kind of just coming to my mind. One, I can see, now I'm not burnt out or anything, that's one thing. So it's different. If I was maybe doing this for a long time, I might be burnt out and I could have a different attitude. But I can see the importance of a male presence at school. I can really see that. I can also see, respectfully, male presence, African-American male presence. It's just a different mix. And I'm not being mean, not being a jerk. I'm saying please and thank you. You're doing a great job. I'm uplifting everyone, but I can just see where just presence counts for a lot. I had a lot of children want to hold my hand and give me hugs. I didn't feel comfortable doing that respectfully because I want to be respectful of the policies, and I don't know, so. But at the same time, you can see where a lot of children are continuing to look for love and or attention and praise. I'm not saying they're not getting it at home, but I can see, when you really develop a bond, that they can gravitate. So I had to create a clear boundary of, hey, I'm still the instructor, I'm still the teacher, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. But this is first graders, and they appreciated, my teaching style. What's some of the bigger things that caught my attention? Just a lot of patience. I had to, they're first graders, so they're not sitting down. It's not college. It's not even high school. They're running around, not focusing. Such and such is staring at me, or someone literally comes with a small busted lip, or they chip something on their finger, or they're flying their pencils all over the place. Maybe poke someone's eye out. We're trying to move chairs, and people's chairs may be getting someone's hand or foot might be getting smashed on the chair. And so it's just a lot of different things I just didn't take into account as a traditional resident and citizen that educators go through. And I can see, because I have parent-teacher conferences coming up, and I'm gonna have a different perspective when I go in there. One, because I can tell respectfully if a lot of the child's not getting the discipline and that education and that guidance at home. I find it very hard that they'll get it at school, simply because there's a lot going on. And it's hard for teachers to really put time in to everyone like that. And you have a lot of kids that are doing things that are distracting other kids, getting other kids in trouble, or the kids are distracting themselves or distracting their classmates, getting them in trouble. So it's hard to really build, maybe in first grade or second grade or whatever, it's hard to really build that character aspect when you're just trying to get through the day. And so I can really see, again, how without more actual personal attention, how kids can just kind of go through the motion and just go through class, go through their grades, and not really get that character building. I'm not saying that's the case, but I see that very difficult. So if you're not getting it at home, it's hard to get it at school. Now, again, I'm speaking on my first day. I could be speaking out of ignorance. I'm just giving you my perspective at this time. I have a great appreciation for educators and what they go through. I can see why there could be a high turnover rate, and you gotta increase the pay. You gotta increase the pay for your educators. You have to increase the pay for your educators. No ifs, ands, or buts, but ultimately, the staff was very supportive. The kids are great. They're just being kids at the end of the day. And I'm grateful to go through this experience. I don't know if I could do this as a career, though. I just don't know if I could do it as a career. But I appreciate everyone. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know, like I said, if I missed anything. Again, I can really see just the male presence. I'm not at a point where I'm barking orders, hey, stop, but I can see where some kids need that. Like at one point, I had to kind of slap my paper a little hard to get people's attention. I wasn't trying to do all that, but it gets really wild, and it was a great experience. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Talk to you soon. Peace.